Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Jack. This is Jthbooks, and I am scared to do this. I'm really scared, but it is time for every unread book on my TBR. It's correct. You heard that correctly. I'm doing this. I do this video once a year. It very much keeps me in check, actually, a little bit, because the first year I done it, I had 333. The second year I've done it, I had 447. 447 unread books on my TBR. Outrageous. Absolutely outrageous. However, I think it's going to be less this time because I have unhauled a lot of books. I know I have unhauled a lot of books. So I think it's going to be around the 200 something. That might have been a little bit too low. No, I don't know. No, I'm sticking for it. It's around 200 something. Between 200 and 250. If I'm right, I'll buy myself a book. If I'm wrong, I won't buy a book for a long time. That was a lie. Yeah, honestly, I really do think it's going to be lower. Definitely lower than 447. It's got to be. I know it is. I know it is. As always, we'll go shelf by shelf. I'll try and rattle through them as quick as I can because we don't want this video to be too long, do we? Because you'll be sick of me by the end of it. And I know it takes ages to film. I've had to really set aside some time to film this one. So, let's get started. We're going to start with the shelf. This one behind me. It is, so I don't know what you'd call this shelf anymore. It's got a mixture on it. It's got a bit of fantasy. It's got a bit of literary fiction. So some series. So we'll have to wait and see, won't we? But, yeah, without further ado, let's get started because we're going to be here a long time. A Storm of Swords. This is split into two, but it's one book, so I'm counting this as one. Okay, you can't change my mind. Don't try. And A Feast for Crows. The Starless Sea and the Night Circus. Frankenstein. Moby Dick. Little Women. Close to Home. From the Wreck. Liberty. Beautiful World, Where Are You? The Virgin Suicide. Clear. In Ascension, The Fellowship of the Ring, The Two Towers and Return of the Ring, Sense and Sensibility, Far from the Madding Crowd, Lincoln in the Bardo, The Hobbit, Malice, A Long Faithful Animal, Shy, The Swimmers, Yellowface, Sorrowland, Lemon, Violets, Mayflies, The Promise, Violets, and The Convent of Water. Well, I shouldn't put them back because I knocked the camera off, so one last stop. Mortal Follies, Blade Breaker and Fate Breaker, The Poppy War, The Dragon Republic and The Burning God, Jade City, Jade Legacy and Jade War, which I'm pretty sure they've been on here every time I've done this. So many of these books have actually, which just shows I don't know what I'm reading, but not stuff I've had for a long time. The Fountain of Silence and I Must Betray You, Babel, whatever you want to call it, The Testaments, K-Pop Revolution, The Mime Order, The Song Rising, The Dark Mirror and The Mask Falling. And I think that's it for the shelf. It's got to be it. It's it. Well, I've just counted them all on that shelf. And there was so many more than I thought. So many more. I'm in trouble here. I'm in trouble. 200 was way too low. No, I have faith. Maybe this is my most unread shelf. Maybe. But now let's go on to this shelf behind me here. Now this is my sort of queer fiction shelf. It's all queer books on this shelf. I feel like this one I will have read a lot from. So, you know, this could bring me back closer to winning. I feel like this could bring me back closer to winning. So let's get them all off and find out, shall we? Oh my gosh, there's so many more than I thought. There's so many more. I had to take my jumper off because I'm sweating. This is making me so hot. It's not a hot day here either. I've got a hold of my top. Ignore that. This was a really expensive top, so I'm a bit upset about that. But let's just get started. Let's just get started on the book. The Sky Blues, The Music of What Happens, which was gifted to me by my lovely friend Miss Fanway. Biography of Eggs, The Guncle, Other Names for Love, Separate Rooms, Countries of Origin, Brother and Sister Enter the Forest, The Night Alphabet, The Fellowship of Puzzle Makers, The World and All That It Holds, Oh What a Lovely Century, A Previous Life, Queer, Guest Privileges, Queer as Folklore, Lesbian Love Story, Some Men in London, Strange Relations, Hijab Butch Blues, The Diaries of Mr. Lucas, The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea, Can't Take That Away, And They Lived, Blaine for the Win, A Room Above a Shop, Before We Hit the Ground, which I'm about to hit the ground and have a nap any second. At Certain Points We Touch, I love that title. 11 Inch, The Bell in the Fog and Lavender House, In the Absence of Men, the book that haunts me because I'm too scared to read it. You Exist Too Much, Queer, the second book called Queer, What I Know About You, Some Strange Music Draws Me In, Bored Gay Werewolf, Martyr, My Government Means to Kill Me, Deviants, Above Us, Wild Geese, The In-Between, Under the Udder Trees, How We Name the Stars, Guapa, Small Joys, Crossing, My Cat Yugoslavia, Big Swiss, After Sappho, Cruel of Roberville, The Dreaming, Similik, Filthy Animals, The Love of Singular Men, Napalm in the Heart, The Betrayal of Thomas True, The Boyhood of Cain, Change, How It Works, which I don't know how anything works anymore, The Coin, Nova Scotia House, The Violet Hour, Neon Roses, The Last Syrian, Loot, Enlightenment, Greatest of All Time, which I am, Chain Gang All-Stars, Toward Eternity, Black Leopard Red Wolf, and Moon Witch Spider King, Bestiary, The Shadow Cabinet, so this is Happily Ever After, The Darkness Outside Us, Winter's Orbit, and Ocean's Echo. And now from the very top of the queer shelf, because I forgot to get that off, so there's even more, let's carry on. Loaded, Would You Love Me If My Dick Were Bigger, The Swimming Pool Library, Dancer from the Dance, The Stranger's Child, Tell Me I'm Worthless, Truth and Dare, The Arena of the Unwell, Brainworms, La Kiriboto, Since I Laid My Burden Down, City of Night, Notice, Closer, To the Friend Who Did Not Save My Life, which my life needs saving doing this, honestly. Ready to Catch Him Should He Fall, The Great Believers, Address Book, Sluts, The Scottish Boy, The Shard, Pick Up Your Feelings, My Policeman, The Charioteer, I Am Not Raymond Wallace, London Triptych, All Men Want to Know, Ashford Parker Doesn't Fail, If We Were Villains, Sorry Bro, and Delilah Green Doesn't Care, Rent Boy, Coexistence, A Minor Chorus, Leading Men, While England Sleeps, Saraswati Park, The Opposite of a Person, Confessions of a Mask, An Orphan World, Queens of Sacramento Park, and lastly, Mammoth. There were so many on that shelf. Didn't I say there was going to be less? There were so many on that shelf. Oh my God. Oh my God. Right, now it's time to do my YA shelf, which I've already taken them off. I'm sweating like a pig. I don't really read YA anymore, so there's no need for there to be this many. It actually makes me feel sick. Unbelievable. Let's just go, because there's so many here. There's so many here. But I feel like I have read a few of them since I did this last time, so I'm hoping it will be lower than last time. We have a feeler after all. After Love, What Love Looks Like, If You Still Recognise Me, which I don't recognise myself anymore. Wonderland, Here's to Us, Over Emotional, which is how I feel right now. If I See You Again Tomorrow, Glasgow Boys, 16 Souls and 12 Bones, The Rules of Royalty, Celestial Monsters, You're the One That I Want, Do, Noah Can't Even and Noah Could Never, Meet Cute Diary, Where We Go From Here, The Ghost We Keep, The Henna Wars, I Wish You All the Best, They Hate Each Other and I Hate Myself Right Now, Right Where I Left You, As You Walk On By, This Is Why They Hate Us, The Wicker King, All Boys Aren't Blue, Elastaway, Anda and Santi Were Here, When Haru Was Here, The Breakup List, Kiss and Tell, My Fair Brady, The Legend of the White Snake, Lion's Legacy, I Hear the Sunspot Volumes 1 to 5, My Love Mix Up Volumes 1 to 4, Self-Made Boys, Hanny and Issues Guide to Fake Dating, Our Dining Table, Anti-Romance, Deco Boko Sugar Days, Grandmaster of Demonic Cultivation, My Summer of You Volumes 1 and 2, The First to Die at the End, Golden Boys and Afterglow. This is kind of an epic love story. The 99 Boyfriends of Micah Sum, Anything But Fine, which is how I feel right now. Icebreaker, Hell Followed With Us, A Sitting in St. Jane, I'll Be the One, and Cafe Con Lychee. Way too many. It's way too many. I've had enough. I've had enough of books. I don't want to see another book again. Well, that was ridiculous, wasn't it? But now it's time to move on to the shelf above my telly now, where I sort of keep my rom-coms, I guess. My rom-coms, bit smutty books, romances. There's not many. Though there's not many there, but I haven't read most of them, so, you know, there's actually quite a few. Defeats the purpose, really, doesn't it? But we'll get there. I'll get there. Like I said, I'm on an official book buying ban now, so... Right, let's go. I'm So Not Over You. I'll Have What He's Having. New Adult. 10 Things That Never Happened. Glitterland. Something Fabulous. The Secret Lives of Country Gentlemen. No Woman's Guide to Seducing a Scoundrel. Something Wild and Wonderful. The Gay Best Friend. Best Men. You're the Problem, It's You. Yeah, you're right, it is me. Paris Dalincourt Is About to Crumble. I know that was the smallest shelf so far, but I do know, looking at my notes, it had one on there more than last year, so I'm not happy or impressed. Now we go for the shelf above my bed. The shelf that my granddad built. It was a very special place in my heart. But I have a feeling about this one. This one perplexes me the most because I feel like I've unhauled the most from here, but there's still no room. There's still books stacked on top, which you saw in the video. So my guess is I'm unhauling, but I'm just replacing them with new books, which at the time is fun, but now not so much fun. Let's just crack on, shall we? A Year of Marvelous Ways, The Wind-Up Bird Chronicle, The White Book, The 10 Loves of Mr. Nishina, There's No Such Thing as an Easy Job, Before Your Memory Fades, Before We Say Goodbye, The Shadow of the Wind, Blonde Roots, The Emperor's Babe, Drive Your Plough Over the Bones of the Dead, 1,000 Splendid Suns, The Book of Jacob, Breasts and Eggs, Scattered All Over the Earth, Beautiful Star, Honeybees and Distant Thunder, Lonely Castle in the Mirror, The Waves, Our Lady of the Nile, Prophet Song, Rattlebone, Exciting Time, Dee Dee's Umbrella, Curse Bunny, Solo Dance, How We Disappeared, Pachinko, The Long Song, Kim Ji-young, born 1982, What Can You See From Here, The Travelling Cat Chronicle, The Memory Police, The Forest of Wool and Steel, The God of Small Things, Another Country, The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, I Who Have Never Known Men, Lessons, Swing Time, The Sweetness of Water, My Thoughts Exactly, I Want to Be Where the Normal People Are, This Much Is True, Tomb of Sand, Happy Stories mostly, Tokyo Uno Station, The Yagini, The Faculty of Dreams, A Visit from the Goon Squad, The Trees, Oranges Are Not the Only Fruit, Sorrow and Bliss, Fingersmith, How Much of These Hills Is Gold, The Book of Form and Emptiness, A Gentleman in Moscow, Homegoing, Thunderhead, An American Marriage, Quite, I Love Dick, Sharks in the Time of Savers, The Goldfinch, The Pleasure of a Woman, The Parable of the Sower, The 40 Rules of Love, The Glass Hotel, The Overstory, Washington Black, The Blackwater Lightship, Mothers and Sons, Must I Go, Tongueless, Kindred, Minor Detail, Return to the Delagot Dream Department Store, Kitchen, and Station 11. It's too many books. It's too many books. What's happening? Oh my God, I own way too many books. Okay, so I just lost the footage for the last bit behind you, which is the bit you never ever see. But there were 63 there. There were 63 there. Oh my God, that's so many. Why have I got that many books there? And also, I have to add another 7 here from this bag. But I haven't hauled that yet, so I don't want to show you yet. So I want you to see it in the haul. So 63 but 70. That's another 70 books. Okay, right. Let's do the math, shall we? So first up on this shelf here behind me, we had 71 unread books. 71. This shelf here, the queer shelf, you know the one I said there wouldn't be many on? 126. 126. Outrageous. Then the shelf below my telly, which was 68. 68. Then the shelf above my telly with my romance rom-com ones. That was 13 last year. 15 now. 15. So that's actually gone up by 2. The shelf above my bed, I don't know why I looked at it because you can't see it. The shelf above my bed is 76. And then behind you is 70. Now I need a calculator because I can't do that maths in my head. So give me 2 seconds. Altogether, that comes to 426. 426 unread books. It is less than last year by 21. I said it was going to be 200, 250, friends. That is shocking. Right, it's official. We're on a book buying ban, okay? If you see me buy a book, if you say, or encourage me, it's your fault, okay? 426, I can't believe that. Okay, let me know how many books, unread books, are on your TBR. Make me feel better. I feel like some of you are going to have more, so that make me feel better. You always do make me feel better. Feel free to have a chat to me in the comments. You know, it's my favourite thing. I want to speak to you all. No, feel free to like and subscribe. If you want to add any of these to the TBR jar from this 426, put them in, okay? Put them in because it's getting low. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'm going to speak to you all really, really soon.